Play a clip. Mersh says he has 3 more months on Rumble and then he gets a balloon payment and can leave. What? First of all, they don't even get a payment. They have a downside guarantee. That basically means if they don't make $4,000 a month in Super Rumble Rants or whatever, if they don't earn $4,000 a month in membership in Rumble Rants, Rumble makes him whole. Basically, we'll give him like if they only earned $2,000 in Rumble Rants, Rumble gives him another $2,000 to make it $4,000. This is why he said $4,000. It's more money than you ever seen in your life. This is why he said that. So, you know, I can't. Ooh. So, what is this balloon payment? They're going to get a balloon payment and get cut free from their contract maybe and go somewhere else? Where? You've been kicked off YouTube. Now you're shitting all over Rumble. They're definitely not going to renew your contract. They're definitely not. I mean, why would Rumble renew the contract when all this guy does is shit on the company? And then he's not even done.
On this year, because I don't know past Trump getting reelected and the Trump elect. Like, I don't know really what the future holds for this fucking platform. When I see shit like this, no live reads available on a Friday night.
So again, he thinks this is the platform. Mersh is so stupid. He can't fathom that they've turned them off for his account. You know, this would be akin to you going to try to log into something and it telling you your password is wrong and you thinking the site has lost everyone's password. And then you go online and make a video about it like, I tried to log into Google and it said they lost my password. Can you believe Google's lost everyone's password? They lost mine, so they must have lost yours. No, Mersh, you don't have any ads available to read. Your program isn't getting any money. You're not being sponsored. His take, his legit, real, honest, in-brain take is Rumble's out of money on a Friday night and can't afford any creators to do ads. That's really what he thinks.
Now, last week, on a Friday night, I did like $450 worth of live reads. Whoever's in charge of the budgets, whoever's in charge of finding new whatever, I want this on record, and I'll record this. You can clip it. I
want this on record. I realize the problem is like, Mersh thinks he's like a big-time deal. Mersh thinks he's like a big creator. A lot of the complaints he has on some of these videos is like, I've tried several times to contact the CEO and telling them what they need to do, and they just ignore me. And it's like, yeah, you're a loser in Lakeland, Florida. You know, he has no concept of who and where he is. He's literally like, I reached out to the United Nations. They won't take a meeting with me. I tried to testify before Congress. They're not interested. I reached out to the CEO of Rumble. He just ignores me. I've tried to tell them everything they need to do to fix their site and fix their platform and their shitty ad department. I've reached out to every head of every department. They all just ignore me. It's like, yeah, you're a fat loser who smells like cat piss. Every time they're around you, you're covered in cat hair and smell like cat piss. Did you think people took you seriously? Honey. I mean, it really is. When you watch this, every problem he has, it boils down to that. He thinks he's one of the largest creators on the platform and that people should be paying attention to him and what he has to say. He doesn't understand that he's 2 Rumble ads away from living in his car. So the disconnect is real. And that's what I realized here as you hear him talk. He's like, I can't get a hold of anybody over there high up at Rumble. It's like, right. Yeah. They don't let losers with no prospects talk to the high ups. I mean, fuck. You didn't know that?
Carol, if somebody clips it, puts it on Twitter, I'll fucking retweet it. I don't care. This was me. during the show tonight. Absolutely no live reads available via Rumble Studio right now.
So again, he's literally a hamster sitting there going like, I'm not going to run on the wheel unless a drop of sweet water comes out of this dispenser. He's literally Sawyer in a cage in that season of Lost where he has to do a trick for a fish biscuit. Like, he's sitting there at the treat dispenser, like, hitting the bar. Like, why won't I get a treat? Why won't I get a treat? Oh, because last week you shit all over the treats. Last week you went live, shit all over the company, all over the ad. You know, now he's sitting here begging. Why won't 1775 Coffee give me a read? You said they were shit. You said you'd have to be a moron to order coffee over the internet. You told your listeners that not to support it. You told their listeners it was a scam. Literally a week later, he's sitting here going, why won't they give me ad reads? And his take on it is not to connect the fact that he shit all over him last week, so they probably took him away. He thinks the ad site's down, Rumble's out of money, they can't afford to pay anybody on a Friday night. That's what he thinks. Because he's one of the biggest creators. Why wouldn't they?
Fun fact, I asked people at Rumble multiple times to ask, quote, if I can onboard some advertisers, what would you pay me as a commission?
Okay. I asked Rumble, if I could onboard advertisers, what would you pay me as a commission? First of all, tell me you're dumb without telling me you're dumb. Why would you pay Rumble to take advertisers from you? Now, look, I don't really have an advertiser for this show. If anyone was interested, I'd talk to them. I'm not against ads, but it has to be something compelling and good, and it's got to not only offer me something, but offer my listeners something that they could use and enjoy. You know, he's sitting there like, give me an ad, any ad, a supplement, a coffee, whatever. I need $100. Give me an ad. And then he says, I reached out to Rumble and I said, if I onboard some advertisers for you, in other words, if I search out some advertisers, make some sales, and bring them aboard the Rumble platform to do ads, can I get a commission from that? Which is just retarded. If you do the work, if you do the legwork to go secure an advertiser for your program, why would you hand it over to a platform that'll then take the majority of it and then give you a little pittance? How does that work? So if I go out and get Midland Armory to sponsor my show, instead of taking the $500 a month or whatever Midland Armory wants to give me, I take Midland Armory to Rumble? How dumb is Mersh? He wants to take his advertisers to Rumble and go, if I give you my advertiser, how much will you give me? 20% of that? Hey, Mersh, don't take it to Rumble and keep it all. How dumb is this guy? How dumb is this guy? Hey, Rumble, I found a company that wants to give me $100 a show. If I hand them over to you, will you give me 20 of that? How about you keep it and do it all? Are you retarded? You found an advertiser for your show. You sold it, and you want to hand that over to Rumble for a commission. Tell me you're dumb without telling me you're dumb.
They always said, we'll look into that, and never responded. At Chris Pavlovsky.
You're not a guy they care about. Your show gets 300 to 600 viewers live. Hello? They don't care about you. You're not, you don't, it's a blip. It'd be like me going like, why doesn't YouTube corporate get back to me? They don't know I exist. You're the fat guy in the corner at the slap fights. They don't know who you are. They go like, what's that on the wall over there? Oh, that's Mersh. He's one of our creators. Ugh. Put a curtain around him or something. This guy's literally like, he's like calling up Rumble headquarters. Hey, if I walk around the parking lot and I find some spare change, how much of that will you let me keep? It's like, why don't you put it in your pocket and walk away, fat boy? Why don't you keep it all? Why would you walk it into the office and turn in 80% of it? You fucking loser. It'd be like Sword in the Scale reaching out like, hey, we're advertising on a bunch of podcasts. We'd like to give you $100 a show. And then I run to Rick's and I go, hey, Rick, you want to handle this ad deal? Make sure I get at least 20 cents on the dollar. Make sure I get at least a sliver of this. I could have had it all, but I'm dumb. I'm dumb.
I hate to be aggressive and annoying, but this is a true story. By the way, retweet that.
He says, I found these advertisers and I reached out to Rumble and they just blew me off. They never answered. Okay, well, where are the advertisers? Just do the ads on your show and get the money. Why do you need Rumble to cash the check from the advertiser? Tell them you'll do the ads and take the money. Transaction over. But Mersh is like, I don't know how to do ads if Rumble doesn't put them in the Rumble reader. I don't know how to do ads if they don't show up in the Rumble studio where I click a button and it gives me a script that I don't believe in. And I get to read to you about Black Rifle Coffee Company. What a fucking loser.
I want that to get some boosts tonight. If I can't.
He's like, I wish I could do ads, but I don't know how to do it without Rumble. I wish I could make money without Rumble.
Reads on Rumble, I'll use my Rumble audience to boost my fucking Twitter account.
He's like, if Rumble won't give me ads, then I'll fucking use my Rumble audience to boost my Twitter account. Fuck. You're going to have 200 people watching.
This is genuinely a thing that has happened. This is a conversation I have had. I want to say no less than 2, but I'm pretty confident in saying I've had this conversation 3 times.
Whoa. And you still don't understand that you're a loser no one cares about? Dude, I've sat outside the CEO's office 3 times. I've knocked. I've sent letters. I've been hung up on. Emails bounced back. This CEO doesn't know how to do business. It's like, or they think you're a loser who's not worth their time. Which one do you think it is, Mersh? Which one do you think it is, Mersh? Do you think the CEO can't figure out how to answer his phone or get back to you? Or do you think he thinks you're a clown? No, real question. Does the CEO of Rumble not know how to return your calls and emails, or does he think you're a worthless waste of his time? You silly, fat, poor, white trash, Polk County clown. No, I'm just asking. Mersh lives where they water ski. Remember that yesterday? That's where Mersh lives. I make fun of that. That's where I came from. Mersh settled there. He moved from New York and he said, you know, where Melton went to high school looks like a good place to settle down. At one time, this was the highest per capita AIDS and teen pregnancy county in the country. This seems like a good place for me to sit down and just let my asshole sores fester in feline AIDS piss.
With people at Rumble, where I've told them, it is.
Listen to how he talks. He really thinks he's hot shit. Listen to how he speaks. Listen, I sat those people down at Rumble, and I told them. I says to him, you did? Mersh, you're not high up. You didn't sit down with anyone in any serious meeting of any sort and have any sort of serious input. Like, you got to stop this. Again, I know they flew you out to a slap fight and you got to see Dana White through 2 doors across the room. I know. And believe me, we all know it made your little chode rock hard. We all know you got a free Rumble hat that you can't stop wearing no matter how much cum and cat hair gets caked onto it. We know. You precious little wins for Mersh. But you don't get to do this thing now where you're like, the CEO won't even take my call. It's like, right. I mean, all seems right with the world. The minute CEOs start taking Mersh's call, I mean, you can put the storm shutters down and inflate the life raft. It's over.
It's customary in the advertising business, which I worked in.
He worked in the advertising business. Was this before or after the steak and pussy era? You fucking loser. Is this before or after you used to drive Bobo, the retarded O&A loser, to gigs? Your resume consists of driving retards around and trying to get retards to get blowjobs and lap dances at 2 a.m. Yes, I called myself a retard. Yep.
10 plus years ago, 15 years ago, when I worked in radio, I started in radio ad sales.
When I started in radio. Again, this guy would, you know how Bobo would have to wait outside the O&A studio to come in and do his little thing? Mersh was the guy who drove Bobo. Started in radio. When did you get your start in limousine driving? When did you get your start in retard routing? Fuck. I got my start in radio. All these guys used to sell ads and then they say they were in radio.
And I wasn't a great radio ad sales guy because I really just wanted to be on the air.
So just a minute ago, you used that clout and that experience as a plus and as collateral for why you do better than Rumble. Rumble, you guys are idiots. You don't know anything about sales and advertising. I used to do it. And then 2 minutes later, I wasn't good at it, but I did used to do it. I wonder why they're not calling back, Fish Lunch. I wonder why they're not calling back.
Mersh, dude, one of my toe bros named Shitler was right, is going to build me a Twitch server with an old PC of his. Join my platform. The Steel Toe Movie Quotes and Racist Bias Network will have all kinds of local businesses signing up post haste. Come on over. The pea's warm.
Dude, don't talk to me. You couldn't even hit your goal this morning. Pathetic.
Did he not hit his goal? Did he miss his goal today? Somebody let me know. I could be getting worked. Did he miss his goal again today?
And I did my best and whatever, and I wasn't great at it, but I eventually got, within 6 months,
I eventually landed here, where I'm begging for kibble. Please turn on the ads, Rumble. Last week I did $300 worth. Why won't you turn on the ads, Rumble? The company's out of money.
Shifted me into programming, and I was happy. But when I was a salesperson, I still was able to glean a lot of knowledge about the back end and the sales of...
I wasn't good at it, but I learned all the secrets of the pros. So if I ever wanted to go back, I'd destroy. I'd fucking kill if I went back now. But
ads and how these things work. And I brought these things up.
Ads and how these things are. And I kept emailing the CEO. I emailed him probably 300 times. And he just stopped answering. Like, I mean, what's wrong with these guys? I'm in your inbox morning, noon, and night with tips on how to save the company. And these guys just ignore me.
When I spoke to Rumble, I said, I have experience selling radio ads.
You can call me Nannerpuss.
Because guess what? I love Nannerpuss.
You can call me Nannerpuss. And guess what? I love Nannerpuss.
I know how they price things. I know how they do.
I know how they price things. I know how they price things.
I know how they structure things. Like, I can help.
Why won't you guys let me work in the ad department? What does he want? What is he talking about? I used to work in radio. I know how ad sales work. I can help. Why won't they let me help? I've emailed them. I know how ads work. I know how sales work. I know how to price things. I could help. I could help. Why won't they let me help do the ads? Holy shit. It's like being a software engineer at Google and you go have lunch and you're like, they're not making the nana pudding right. They're not making banana pudding right. No, my grandma had a recipe. No, real vanilla, real Nilla wafers. Why won't they let me back? I've emailed the head of the staff of the lunch or the cafeteria. I've messaged the company that makes the Nilla Nabisco. I told him I used to stir pudding, dude. I used to be in a pudding. I wasn't good at it. We didn't sell a lot. My batches all got thrown out because I used too much salt instead of sugar. But I learned, and I've been emailing. All the fucking stock market, I've been telling them, dude, I know how to make banana pudding. I know how to do it. But like all my fucking project leads, all my fucking bosses, all my supervisors are like, you don't belong in the snack room. You don't belong in the lunch area. Your job is to work on Gmail. Why don't you find some bugs? Why don't you code some stuff? And I'm just like, I want to make Nana pudding. Because here I am on a Friday night trying to code, and there's no Nana pudding in the fridge. I went to get a Nana pudding out, and there's no Nana pudding. And now I got to put all of Gmail's bugs on hold to teach this company how to make Nana pudding. It's like, what's going on? Do your show, fat nerd. Do your show. Imagine me sitting here complaining about the volume or advertisement. Do your show, you fat, white-hatted nerd. Oh, God. Mersh is the guy who wants to be one of their top creators, but also teach them how to do ad sales, but also teach them how to structure their company, but also tell them, he wants to get in there and shake things up. He's Marcus Lemonis meets Gordon Ramsay. It's banana pudding and banana republics.
I brought these things up. When I spoke to Rumble, I said, I have experience selling radio ads. I know how they price things. I know how they do things. I know how they structure things.
I can help.
It's like, I can help.
Why won't you let me help with the ads? I'm a fat guy who screams on the internet. Why can't I help with ads?
One of the other things that they do in radio, and one of the things I used to do when I was in radio sales.
All these losers can't let go of radio. Chad Zumach, Aaron Emholt, Mersh, Chad Zumach, they all opine for these sweet, sweet days of radio. Dude, that's not how radio works. We're not doing radio anymore, you fat nerd. Like Aaron Emholt, Chad Zumach, Tony Mazer. Everyone's sitting around going like, this isn't how you do radio, internet. You're all doing radio wrong. And everybody's like, yeah, we're not doing radio. And they're like, you don't even know how to do radio. I got to teach everybody how to do radio. Remember Aaron? He had to teach everybody how to do a show. That's what he used to scream all the time. Meanwhile, no one's forgotten how to do a show more than Aaron Emholt. Like fucking fuck. Opine is a joke here, Colin. Okay? I can't help you through stuff. You're too new to get it. There's people who get opine. Don't worry about it. Meow. It's for old schools. Don't worry about it. I think it's pine, not opine. Whew. Thanks, man. Thanks.
If somebody brought me an advertiser,
We have a listener named Vicky Opine. Okay, I can't deal with it. You're too new. It's just for Vicky Opine. It was just for Vicky Opine.
literally was like, yeah, my cousin owns like 6 muffler shops. So they're spread out. It's a chain. It's a regional chain. And, you know, we want to advertise, but like I could put you guys in a room together.
Hold on. What? His cousin has a muffler shop? He's Aaron Emholt.
Do in radio, and one of the things I used to do when I was in radio sales, if somebody brought me an advertiser, literally was like, yeah, my cousin owns like 6 muffler shops. So they're spread out. It's a chain. It's a regional chain. And, you know, we want to advertise, but like I could put you guys in a room together. And
Mersh thinks anyone's interested in his 6 muffler shop chain. I wonder why these guys, again, Midland Armory, all these a tow truck company, all care towing. Holy shit. You guys are going to make dozens of dollars. And again, I suggest that Mersh is a fucking loser moron. If a company came to me and they're like, hi, I own 6 muffler shops in the area. I mean, that's a stupid example because it's local. Let's make it a national business. Hi, I own the leading goat milk fudge processing plant. We send out gift baskets. Do you want to advertise our goat milk fudge gift baskets? Sure. Let me just take that to Rumble and have it go through them so I get 20%. No, I'll just read the ads and keep it all. You write your checks to Patrick Melton. I'll take it all. Mersh is mad that Rumble won't take a cut. Do I have this correct? Do I have it right? You're upset that Rumble won't take some of your ad money. You're sitting there like, I have all these people who want to advertise on my show and I don't know what to do. If only Rumble would take it over, take the money, and then give me a portion of it. How about you take it and do the ad, you fat fucking idiot. You fat fucking Lakeland loser. You can't figure out how to do the ad read without the software and the button? Are you gay? Are you a fag is what I'm asking. Dude, I have 90 advertisers who want to give me money to do my show. If only Rumble would cash the checks so I could do it. Stupid Rumble.